Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Henry.
And I'm Sarah. Thanks for joining us today. We're super excited about this one.
Absolutely, because today's episode is called No Grammar, No Problem. And if just hearing the word grammar makes your brain say, uh-oh, don't worry, you are not alone.
Nope, not at all. In fact, this episode is all about removing that pressure we all feel to be perfect when we speak English. Because guess what? You don't need perfect grammar to be a great communicator.
That's right. We're going to have a super relaxed chat today, just like two friends having coffee. And along the way, we'll give you tips, share stories, and maybe even laugh a little about the crazy world of English learning.
So whether you're on your way to work, cleaning the house, or just relaxing with your headphones on, this episode is for you. We want to help you feel confident speaking English, even if you make mistakes.
So let's dive in. Ready, Sarah?
Let's do it. No grammar, no problem.
All right. Let's start with something we all know too well, the fear of grammar.
And that fear can stop people from talking at all. I've heard learners say things like, I don't want to speak until my grammar is perfect. But here's the thing. That day may never come.
Exactly. It's like you're having a grammar test in your head every time you speak.
Oh, poor Carlos, that's so common. People think, if I make a grammar mistake, people will think I'm not smart, or they'll laugh at me.
Totally. Let me tell you a quick story. I once had a student named Carlos, super smart guy. He could write amazing essays, knew all the grammar rules. I mean, all of them. But when it came to speaking, he froze. Why? He was terrified of making a mistake.
Yeah. Think about it. When someone's learning your language and they say something like, I go store yesterday, you don't think, how dare they mix up tenses? You think, oh, they went to the store.
But here's the truth. Nobody cares about your grammar. They care about your message, your energy, your intention, especially in real-life conversations.
And let's be real. English grammar is weird. Even native speakers get it wrong sometimes. Don't believe me? Just look at social media.
Exactly. You understand the message, and that's the point. Communication greater than perfection.
Today we're giving you permission to let go of the grammar fear. Speak messy, speak freely, make mistakes. That's how you grow.
So, if you've ever felt frozen because you didn't know if it was I have went or I have gone, we get it. But don't let grammar rules be the boss of your confidence.
Okay, so now that we've kicked grammar fear to the side, let's talk about something really important, real-life communication. Because let's face it, life doesn't wait for perfect grammar.
Amen to that. Up next, we're talking about why communication is more important than correctness. And I might even do a little bad grammar role play. So stick around.
Totally. And I'll be honest, I've spoken to English learners with super simple vocabulary, lots of grammar mistakes, but wow, I understood them perfectly. Why? Because they were confident, clear, and real.
Exactly. In the real world, you're not in an exam. You're at a coffee shop, or in a taxi, or meeting someone new. And in those moments, the most important thing is to be understood, not to be perfect.
Oh boy. Should I be nervous?
You know what? Let's prove it. I'm going to do a little role play. You ready?
All right. So you said 2 hot dog instead of 2 hot dogs, and you put little instead of can you put a little. But guess what? I totally understood you.
Maybe a little. Okay, imagine I'm a tourist in New York. English is not my first language. I walk up to a food truck and I say, hello, I want 2 hot dog, no spicy. Not eat meat much. You put little, yes?
And no one at that food truck is going to say, wait, sir, did you mean fewer hot dogs or less meat? They're just going to say, you got it.
Boom, and that's the point. Did I use perfect grammar? Nope. But I got what I wanted. I communicated.
I actually had this experience in Italy. My Italian is not great, but I really wanted to find the train station. I said something like, train, go, Where? I walk this. And the guy smiled and pointed the way. Mission accomplished.
Exactly. That's the magic. In real life, we care more about connection than correctness.
And here's the thing. When you focus on being clear, not correct, you actually learn faster. Because you're using the language living it instead of just thinking about rules in your head.
See? That's survival language, and it works. Honestly, the pressure to be perfect is something we invented. But in the real world, people are kind and they appreciate the effort.
And hey, if your sentence is a little bumpy, that's okay. People will help you out. That's how conversations work.
Yes. So to all our listeners, if you ever feel nervous talking to someone in English, remember this. You don't need perfect grammar to make a new friend, to ask for help, or to order a coffee. You just need the courage to speak.
Yes, so forget the grammar police and focus on being human, kind, clear, and brave.
Exactly. Language isn't about showing how smart you are. It's about connection. And sometimes the simplest sentences are the most powerful.
Nope, we're talking about kids, little children, toddlers, babies even.
Coming up next, and we're talking about how kids learn languages without any grammar books. Spoiler alert, they do just fine. Stick around. All right, let's talk about some of the best language learners in the world. And no, I'm not talking about university students or polyglots.
Haha, no way. They just listen, copy, and try, over and over. They say things like, I go to park, and no one freaks out.
Think about it. A 2-year-old doesn't sit down with a grammar book and say, today I shall study the past perfect tense.
Exactly. They learn by doing, by playing, making mistakes, hearing the same words over and over in different situations.
Right? No one corrects them with, actually, sweetie, it's went. They just smile and respond, and slowly, naturally, kids get better.
Yes, think about how kids repeat phrases 1,000,000 times. I want juice. I want juice. And suddenly that sentence becomes automatic.
And that's a huge lesson for adult learners. You don't need to understand grammar rules first. You just need to use the language, let it get into your ears and mouth like music.
Plus, kids don't feel embarrassed about making mistakes. That's a superpower adults need to borrow. Be playful. Be curious. Be okay with sounding funny sometimes.
Same with you, listener. The more you use useful phrases in daily conversation, even if they're short, the more they become natural.
But guess what? Kids look silly all the time, and they're the best language learners in the world. So maybe being silly isn't such a bad thing.
Actually, that's one of the biggest blocks for adults. We're too hard on ourselves. We think, I'm too old to learn, or I'll look silly.
No grammar books, no fear, just real living English. You've got this.
So true. So let's learn like kids. Let's listen, speak, make mistakes, laugh, and just keep going.
All right, so we've talked about how grammar fear is real and how kids learn without worrying about it. Now let's get into the good stuff, real tips. How can you actually learn English without obsessing over grammar?
Coming up next, we're going to talk about simple tools and fun habits to help you speak more and worry less. You don't want to miss this part.
Tip number 1, learn and use real phrases, not single words, not rules. Phrases. Things like, can I get I'm looking for? I don't really know, but these are gold. They help you sound natural, and you don't have to build a sentence from scratch every time.
Yes, because we know what people are thinking. Okay, I won't stress about grammar, but then what do I do? So let's break it down. First tip?
Ooh, I like that metaphor. Okay, next.
Totally agree. Think of phrases like building blocks. You don't need to invent a new wall every day. Just stack the blocks you already know.
Yes! I do this when I practice other languages. It's like training your brain to think in the language without any pressure.
Tip number 2, speak out loud, even when you're alone. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth now. I'm going to the kitchen. It feels silly, but it's so powerful.
Tip number 3, watch shows or videos with subtitles. In English, no more subtitles in your native language. English subtitles help you connect the sound to the words, and you naturally absorb grammar.
Exactly. No grammar police, no judgment. Just you, your voice, and your thoughts in English.
Or this podcast, hello.
And choose shows where people talk like real humans, not historical dramas with 100-year-old English think sitcoms, reality shows, YouTube vlogs.
Tip number 4, repeat what you hear shadowing. That's what it's called. Listen to a sentence, then pause and repeat it. Try to copy the rhythm, the sound, even the emotion.
Facts. All right, next one.
Okay, how about this one? Tip number 5, have short conversations with real people. Even if they're messy, use apps, language exchanges, or just a friend who's also learning. Focus on connection, not correction.
I love this one. It's like singing along to a song, but with regular English, you'll start to say things automatically without thinking about grammar at all.
Exactly. And one bonus tip?
I always say messy conversations are better than perfect silence. You learn so much more from real interaction than from memorizing rules alone.
Celebrate progress, not perfection. If you had a 3-minute chat today, amazing. If you learned one new phrase, fantastic. Don't wait until you're fluent to feel proud. Every little step counts.
Ooh, go for it.
So to all our amazing listeners, don't be a grammar robot. Be a confident, curious speaker. Use these tools and you'll grow faster than you think.
Love that. Progress is like brushing your teeth. Small daily actions lead to big results. You don't see change in a day, but in a few months. Boom.
Haha, yeah. These are imaginary questions based on real things learners often struggle with. Let's dive in.
Coming up next, we're wrapping things up with some final thoughts and a little motivation boost. Stick with us. We're almost there. All right, it's time for one of my favorite parts of the podcast, Ask Henry and Sarah, where we answer your questions about learning English, even if you didn't actually ask them.
Yes, and here's our advice. Just keep going. Even if you don't have the perfect grammar, say what you can. Use body language. Point, smile, get creative.
Rena, first of all, great question. You are not alone. This happens to so many people.
And guess what? Most people will understand you and appreciate the effort. Luis, big question. And here's a big answer. Yes, absolutely, fluency is about communication, not perfection.
Exactly. If you forget a word or structure, just say it in a simpler way. Yesterday, I went to the store. That's totally fine.
So don't let grammar rules stop you. Focus on using English in real situations, and grammar will come naturally over time.
And most native speakers don't even know the grammar rules. Seriously, ask someone to explain the present perfect continuous. They'll panic.
And mistakes, they show you're learning. They're part of the journey. Most people won't laugh. They'll be impressed you're learning a new language.
Oh, Amina, we feel you. That's such a common fear. But here's the truth. People are way more supportive than you think.
Yes, the goal isn't to sound perfect, it's to connect with others, and you're already doing that by trying.
Be brave, be bold, and remember, every confident speaker you hear today once made tons of mistakes, probably more than you.
And if you do have real questions, send them in. Who knows, we might feature your voice in a future episode.
Thank you, imaginary listeners. We love these questions, and we hope our answers helped you too.
All right, friends, we're at the end of today's episode. No grammar, no problem. And if you take one thing away, let it be this.
Coming up next, our final thoughts, some encouragement, and a little homework to help you keep learning without grammar fear. Let's wrap it up.
Exactly. Think about babies. They don't start with grammar books. They start with listening, copying, and just trying. And guess what? It works.
You do not need to master every grammar rule to speak great English. What matters is your courage to communicate, to connect, and to keep trying. mistakes and all.
And here's a little challenge. This week, speak English for just 5 minutes a day, even if you're alone. Talk to yourself. Describe your day. Try out a new phrase. Just do it. No pressure. No grammar stress.
So don't wait until you feel perfect to speak English. Speak today. Speak messy. Speak with heart.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend who's learning English too.
You'll be amazed how fast you grow with those small, consistent steps. We believe in you, and we're here every week to cheer you on.
And remember, no grammar, no problem.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. You're doing great.